All right, someone asked me in the comments of one of my videos. I don't remember what video it was, but someone asked me all my thoughts about the DK oldies stuff. So I'm gonna talk about it, but I just want to preface this: I have never bought anything from them in the past. I've just heard a bunch of hearsay, and I just have my own thoughts about them in general. So I'm not trying to like bash them or slander them in any way, shape, or form because I personally haven't bought anything from them and I never will because I know how high their prices are. That's my main problem with them is their high prices. But anyway, if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Click the bell button for notifications, even though that doesn't always work with YouTube because YouTube's dumb. But anyway, I'm just gonna talk about it here because I've been debating on whether or not to talk about it because, like I said, I've never bought anything from them, but I do have thoughts on their business practices. Um, Now, like I said, inherently, DK Oldies, I don't think they're a scam. Like people keep saying, like in their titles, they say DK Oldies scam me, blah blah blah. DK Oldies, are they a scam? No, I don't. I don't think they're a scam. I just think DK Oldies as a business doesn't understand the word of what refurbished means, what that entails with a system or even a game or whatever. When you refurbish something, you completely take it apart, fix whatever's wrong with it, capacitors, pin connectors. If it's a Nintendo, replace the pin connector, bend them back, boil them, whatever you want to do to the pin connectors. Either keep them original or replace them with new ones. I would keep the original ones because the new ones are really tight sometimes. But whatever, that's just me. Super Nintendos are probably the easiest thing to fix. I mean, the only thing that's a pain to fix with those would be the power ports, but still, that's not that hard. You just need basic soldering skills. I mean, if I could solder, I could do it. I could probably still do it if I tried. I could probably do it, but it's not that hard. But like, I get it. They don't want to pay employees or pay to train people to fix these consoles that need fixing, like actual fixing, like replacing caps or disk drives or belts on like actual drives like PS2s. Fat PS2s have drive issues with the the drive tray getting stuck. That's what happened to our original fat PS2 when we had one. The drive would get the drive door would get stuck, so we had to use a screwdriver to like slowly pull it open. But that's a common issue. The drive belt just goes bad, or the laser goes bad. So I think that's the main inherent problem is they don't understand the word refurbished. That means you actually have to like do the work to refurbish your the consoles you're selling. But at the same time, you also need to restructure your pricing too. Like some of their prices are insane. Hold on, before I continue, I'm gonna actually pull up their website and look at some of the prices live on camera here. So give me 1 second. All right, so let me get it switched over here. Okay, so here's one of their deals. Well, here's their main. Well, let's go to their main page. Um, if it'll re-pull it back up. There we go. Okay, so there's today's retro deals. Their two-player pack is $145 basically. So, and what do you get with that? You get, let's see what it says. New 72 pin, which, okay, whatever. You get two uh, new replica controllers, which means they're not original. They're cheap third party, which is kind of dumb. TV hookups and the power cord, which is probably also third party, I would assume, judging by what I've seen. And that price wouldn't be terrible if everything was first party, but it's not. So let's scroll down here and see what other kind of deals they have. With Mario 1 and Duck Hunt, 154, same thing. That's not terrible, but it's also not great. Now they're acceptable as $100, but still, you're getting the same stuff. It's just gonna be yellowed or maybe have a couple cracks or whatever in the shell or something like that. Um, let's check Super Nintendo. Woo! Whoa! 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 Okay, that's way high for an acceptable Super Nintendo. That this is probably just a stock photo right here. I wish I would zoom in, but it's not zooming in. But you can see it's kind of yellowed. $170 with two controllers that are probably third party. As you can tell, there's no Super Nintendo or Nintendo logo on there, so it's probably a third party controller and a third party power adapter. And who knows if the power port's been fixed. So it's kind of a crapshoot. For $170, I don't know. You'd be better off. Well, I should say you would have been better off buying a Super NT for like 200, because that plays everything from any region. But it's not original, but it's FPGA. That's what I use during streams and stuff when I would stream it and record gameplay of Super Nintendo stuff. That's what I used. So you're better off doing that at this point, and not buying from them. But like some of their game prices, like $25 for DKC. Normally they would sell for 50. No, that's a bunch of BS. They would normally sell it for 25. They're just acting like that's their sale price, but it's not. $20 for Mario World, not bad. Usually 40. Like they do this tactic. You see this online all the time with online stores, where they do this. This Donkey Kong Country pack with the console, $340. Am I reading that right? Oh, yeah. Okay, $340. I was making sure I was reading that right. $340. Like their prices are just way too expensive. Mario RPG, I have no idea if that's a good price or not. It's probably a little high, but it's probably not that bad. Lion King for $10. That's not bad, I don't think. Let's see how much they sell N64s for. I'm curious. And then GameCubes. Woo! 140 for a freaking GameCube. Holy crap. Probably a third-party controller, probably a third-party adapter, third-party AV cables, all the same stuff. It's not worth it. Like, people that are saying, like, the people that are ordering from them are just faking their videos. No, they probably are legit getting bad consoles from them because they have too much inventory too. That's the problem. Wow, they're actually out of stock of the Wii Sports Bundle. I'm not sure how much that would have been. I'm assuming that was like was that with the box? Because you could just pair Wii Sports. It had to be with the box. Because this one didn't suck. 110 for a Wii? No, I think Wii's are like, I don't even know. But $100 for a Wii just sounds high. That scares me to think what a Wii U would sell for at this point then. $260? That's almost like brand new price. What did I pay for my Wii U? I know I got it soon after it came out, but I don't even remember. I got mine at the flea market with the box and everything. Holy crap, why is Wind Waker so expensive? Jesus Christ, that's like insane. But yeah, you guys can see, like, their prices are all over the place. It's insane. Like, what do they sell DSs for? 60? 130? Really? Maybe 100? I could say, I don't know what DS Lites are worth. To me, a DS Lite seemed kind of pointless to get. Like, just get a 3DS at that point. Which brings me to this question: what do they sell 3DSs for? Um, what? That's insane. I don't know what 3DSs are worth, but I know they're pretty expensive and sought after now because the eShop is getting like discontinued. But god damn, man. Oof. What about Sega stuff? What about like a Game Gear? Now, one warning: if you do buy from DK Oldies, I would steer clear of holy hell of oh my god, why do they sell this for $240? They better recap those. Because if they don't replace the capacitors, you will get a broken Game Gear easy with no sound or no video. So do not buy Game Gears from them. Because I know for a damn fact they would not refurbish those the way you're supposed to. What about Genesis systems? I guarantee they don't have Sega CDs. 150 for a Model 1 with Sonic. 100 or 95 for Model 2. That can't be the price of a Model 2. I would see those a few years ago for like $50, 50, $60. Unless the price of those went up. I haven't checked in a while since I have that Mega SG. I don't care to check since it works good enough for me. I forget what PS2 prices are within. Slim Black, 200. Slim. I'm assuming that's a fat. For why are they the same price? I think the Slims should be a little bit cheaper. I think. But I'm not sure. I think because I think the fats are more desirable because the Slims have an issue with the ribbon cable, like doing scratch rings on your disc with the ribbon cable, getting like undetached, like unglued from, so it'll stick up when it spins the disc. Because I've had that happen to some of my discs. Um, yeah, third-party controller, which is fine, because first-party PS3 controllers are hard to come by in good working condition. Honestly, especially with the sticks. So yeah, you guys can see, like, it's. I've shown enough. Like, I don't want to cover too much on DK Oldies because, like I said, I've never bought from them, but I know for a fact that they, it's obvious they don't refurbish. And I talked to my friend about it on it was Thursday, and he agreed with what I said. Because I vaguely remember them starting out with an eBay store, and he said he vaguely remembered that as well, that they had an eBay store back in the day before they had the website, and their prices were okay back then. Like they weren't crazy high, but they weren't like super good. But I vaguely remember maybe buying something from them, or at least looking at their store at one point, and maybe considering, but I didn't, because the price was too high for what it was. Because you guys gotta remember, I've been collecting retro stuff, not just Tiger stuff. I'm talking about like retro games in general, from like eBay and stuff like that, for since I was like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. So I didn't get access to the eBay account by myself until I was like 14 or 15, because my dad didn't want to give me that access to like the bank information and stuff like that, because you know, as a kid I would have went stupid. I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't have been stupid and bought a bunch of dumb stuff on eBay. When I was older, he was like, "Here's the stuff. Put stuff on watch that you want to bid on, and talk to me about it before you do it." And I would always do that, and I still do that today because we still have the same account. We've had the same account for years. But I'm saying I vaguely remember them having a eBay store, but I don't remember if I'm just remembering wrong, or if I'm remembering like a similar name store, but I'm pretty sure they had an eBay store. But my final thoughts on DK Oldies, inherently, no, I don't think they're a scam, but I will say this. I do want people to stop making videos on them because it's getting kind of ridiculous. Like, people, we get it. They don't refurbish their stuff. Just do. People need to do their research before shopping for retro things online anyway. Even eBay. Like, be careful what you buy on eBay. I mean, it's rare you get screwed on eBay because eBay usually sides with the buyer anyway. So eBay is really your best bet if you want to like buy a retro console or just go to a flea market. If you have a local flea market or a local retro game store that you trust, that you know the people, like I do, buy from people you know, people you trust. That's your best bet. And if you don't have that option, go on like Facebook Marketplace or eBay. You can find way better deals on there than you can on DK Oldies. So that's all I want to say about it. Like I said, don't throw shade at them. Don't be acting like I'm telling you guys not to give them business. I me personally, I wouldn't do it because I don't want to in good conscience tell somebody to go there and be like, oh yeah, they seem like a decent store. No, their prices are way too high, and especially with consoles, like I said, with Game Gears and Game Boys especially, with the screen issues that the Game Boy has with the lines, you probably don't want to buy those. They're not refurbishing them. Just stay away from like Game Boys and Game Gears. Essentially, any consoles. Stay away from video games like actual like cartridges should be okay, but like consoles, I would stay away from even just cartridges. I don't know how dirty they are. I don't know if they actually take them apart and clean them like I do. Like when I refurbish something, I actually do the work to refurbish it. I do what I can. I take them apart and I clean them every so often. Yes, like the NES is a pain in the butt to take apart and clean the pin connector and bend it back. But it's like a 20-minute to an hour job if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, it's like a 20-minute job, if that, maybe a half hour. But basically, what I'm saying, guys, is my thoughts on DKOs. Just try to avoid them if you can, and warn people about what that the prices are high, because it's not just them. They don't have. They're not the only store with like super high prices. I'm sure there's other places that have high prices. So I get why they get all the flack and all the hate, and people say they're a scam. Like I said, I think scams are a little bit of a harsh word to use. I don't think they're a scam. I just think they're trying to cash in on the retro boom of the last like decade. I would say. I think it's been about a decade since the retro boom, because it started to slow down a little bit. Like prices are starting to come down a little bit on stuff, but still like GameCube stuff is crazy high right now. N64 is still pretty high, so just be careful buying retro stuff out there. Just know what you're getting into. Just try to do your due diligence if you're not into the retro scene. Because like I said, I've been collecting for years, so I've heard stories about DK oldies and how bad their prices are. So I just know from hearsay that their prices and just their business practices and refurbishing are not very good. So just know what you're getting into, and yeah, just be careful out there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I just want to do a video on this because I'm honestly getting sick and tired of seeing all these videos talking about DK oldies. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll do my Patreon shout out in a second. I'm going to switch back over to OBS because I'm using a Logitech because it has an easier screen capture mode. So let me switch back and I'll get that all set up. Okay, shout outs go to Matt Y99, Reaper 7734, Title Cal, Harry Fernandez, AJ Godwa, Alfred Frederick, Zoal Atfee, It's Me, Charlize, Joe, William Swift, Griff17, Charlie McKeon, Reverse Security, Zuhal, Artistic Tomahawk, Prelab, Just Drew, Ari Munson, HHG Fan, George McConnell, Extinctus, Elliot Scott, No Name, and Benjamin Tellen. I think there might be one more. I'm not sure if there is. I'm sorry I missed it. I haven't updated my list in a while. I might have missed one, but if I did, I apologize. But thank you guys for supporting the channel. It's only a dollar a month for a beginner tier. You guys can view my Patreon page and look at the tiers. But thank you guys for the ones that do support, or I should say guys and gals that support the channel, because it really does help out a lot. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. And DKoldies, try to be better. Come on. You're better than this. You can be. You should be. But you probably won't be. But anyway, guys, have a nice day. Peace.